See, from Enugu State, Nigeria, came a heartbreaking story that left many people in shock. You see, it was October 2024. Chikwado Eze, a 26-year-old man, lost his life in a tragic manner. You see, I hate to tell this kind of stories, but it happened. It's on media, it's on Google, it's everywhere. Chikwado Celestine Eze, known by his friend as Chad, had recently secured something many Nigerians only dream of: a visa to travel abroad. You see, for him, this was more than just a piece of paper. It was a ticket for a future filled with promise and opportunities. But before leaving, he felt the need to return to his village of Ubeke in Enugu Ezike, hoping his father will guide him on this life-changing journey and partly to seek his father's blessings. So he traveled. Yeah, he traveled. But little did he know that that journey was going to be the beginning and end of everything. So when he arrived at the village, he gave the news of his visa to his dad, Uwakwe Eze, and they were so happy. Everyone in the family was happy. But guess what? Chikwado's father had other ideas. Yeah, his father's version of guidance went beyond usual words of wisdom and blessing. He wanted something more, something he believed would ensure his son's success and protection anywhere he goes. So it is at this point that the story took a darker turn. Now, in Enugu, many believe in the power of traditional ritual to bring them luck, protection, and wealth. Some even believe that this ritual can fortify someone and protect them from harm. But there's always a price that must be paid for this kind of fortification. So Chikwado's father led him to a native doctor called Enua Odogu, who is popularly known for performing powerful rituals. Odugu promised Chikwado a ritual that will ensure his protection and success abroad. Okay, but this ritual was not just an ordinary ritual. It requires that Chikwado be buried alive for an hour and a half. Yes, 1 hour, 30 minutes. So it's believed that this burial will fortify him for his life abroad. And guess what? He agreed. But why would he agree to that? It's hard to believe that someone will consent to such a barbaric practice. Could he have been pressured by his father? Okay, maybe some people say that he had no choice. He simply trusted and followed the guidance of his father. So, but would your father ask you to step on hot coals and you accept that, knowing fully that you will get burnt? So others say he trusted his father's judgment deeply because that ritual would help him find more prosperity abroad. So on that fateful day, Chikwado was lowered into the grave. Whether it was a wooden box or directly into the soil remained unclear. But as the death covered him, no one could have imagined that this would be the final resting place of Chikwado. After an hour and a half, as promised, the native doctor and Chikwado's father began to dig him up. But when they dug him up, Chikwado was unresponsive. His body was lifeless. That was the end. All effort to revive him failed. So the Enugu State Police Command had quickly responded. News of the tragedy has spread fast, reaching every corner of the village. This is another young man with dream and potential of greener pastures, buried alive, all in the name of rituals or fortification or even tradition. Soon after, both the native doctor and Enua Odogu and Chad's father, Uwakwe, were all arrested, and right now they are being charged with conspiracy and murder. So it was time for them to face the reality of what they had done, or perhaps what they had believed in. The community was shaken. Who is to be blamed for this? Is it the father of Chikwado who led his son to the ritual, or the native doctor who performed the ritual, or the belief that influenced all of them, or even Chikwado himself? Who is to blame? So Chikwado's story isn't unique. Remember the story I told about Blessing Kerami on my channel? What about Sadiat? What about Noah Kikere? And several other people. I've talked about this story on this channel. Just go and watch the videos. They are here on this channel. Go watch them. Across Nigeria and Africa, many young men and women feel the weight of expectation to make it in life, to succeed, to bring wealth home. In some villages or community, they believe in traditional practice and fortification ritual can drag people to the extreme. You find young people going going into ritual or other diabolic things, all because they want to make quick money and to make it and meet up with family expectations. Some say Chikwado's death goes to show the length people go to secure their future. Others argue that he was just pressured by his father and by culture or tradition. But the big question I want to ask is, was this sacrifice necessary? As investigations continue, questions linger. Did Chikwado's father push him into this? Did he have the right to lead his son into such danger? Or was this a father's misguided love? Was the native doctor responsible? Should he have known better than bury a young man alive in the name of fortification? You see, Chikwado's tragic death sent shockwave across Nigeria and beyond. So Chikwado's story is not a good one. And conversations erupted across different social media, and families and on the street and everywhere. People are talking about it. Many condemned the practice. Others insisted it was just merely bad luck or a ritual gone wrong. So, and how many more lives must be lost before people start questioning such practices? This isn't just one man's story. It's a story about the weight of tradition in a rapidly modernizing world. It's a story of promises that never paid off and a battle that have just only begun between belief and a world that no longer tolerates or sacrifice. At the end, we must begin to ask ourselves, how did we come to believe such lies? Let's be honest about this whole story. Chikwado's story is a sad one. So for him, the dream of traveling abroad is gone and right now is lying in the grave. And for those left behind, we have this question to answer. Who is going to be the next to consent to this barbaric act? As I round up on this video, I want to ask, who is really to blame? I need an answer to this question. Chikwado, his father, or the native doctor? Was it truly necessary for Chikwado to be buried alive? What is the stance of the Nigerian law on such ritual? Would anyone be made to pay for this crime? Would culture and tradition be the reason for modern death? I mean, can't these things be checkmated? So are there no young people today who feel pressure to do dangerous things because they want to meet up with family expectations? Should the native doctor and Chikwado's father be held fully accountable, or were they also victims of their own belief? I learned they were both arrested by the police. But you see, seeking greener pasture is good. But at what point does it start costing more than it's worth? And isn't it the right time for communities to begin to rethink about certain customs and tradition, especially those that can harm or kill other people? So back to the community and the elders. Couldn't they have intervened sooner? These are questions that are going through my mind. I'm just curious. I don't know for sure if it was fate or fear or ignorance that led to all of this. But I feel this young man died before his real death. He was led like a sheep to the slaughter and never came back, and I wonder why he didn't fight back or reject such an offer. So the visa to travel abroad became a visa to heaven. I pray we all learn from this story. If God blesses you with anything, return the glory to him and trust him to protect and keep whatever he has given to you. This is a sad one and I want to draw the curtain right. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do well by subscribing. My name is Charles Emmanuel. See you in the next video. Thank you very much. Bye.